The number has been climbing for 36 hours straight. You stopped sleeping somewhere around hour 20. Not because you're afraid, because you've never seen a number move like this and you can't make yourself look away. Your phone shows 47 notifications from the same financial terminal. Your assistant sent 12 messages. Your attorney sent 3. None of them are saying what's about to happen. They don't have the words for it. Neither do you. Because in approximately 8 minutes, that number is going to cross a threshold that no human being has ever crossed. And you are the human being it's happening to. This video isn't about Elon Musk's businesses, or his politics, or whether you think he deserves it. This is about what happens to a human nervous system when the number on the screen stops having any relationship to reality as the rest of the world experiences it. Because here's what nobody is talking about in all the coverage today. $1 billion is already incomprehensible. You could spend $10,000 a day for 273 years and not finish $1 billion. $1 trillion is 1,000 of those. Stay with me through the moment it crosses, because what happens in the 60 seconds after the number changes is the part that nobody expects. To understand what this moment means, you have to understand what it cost. In 2008, Elon Musk was simultaneously watching Tesla and SpaceX approach collapse. He had poured the entirety of his PayPal fortune, approximately $180 million, into both companies. Both were failing. In a now famous interview, he described breaking down in tears. Not from fear, he said later, but from the weight of knowing that if both companies failed, the people who believed in him would lose everything. Tesla had 6 weeks of cash left. SpaceX's Falcon 1 had failed 3 times. The 4th launch had to work. There was no 5th attempt funded. It worked. That was 2008. Between that moment and this one, the moment the counter crosses a number that has never existed in human hands before, is 18 years of sustained, compounding, relentless accumulation. $180 million became $200 billion, became $300 billion as Tesla stock ran. Then SpaceX, private for over 2 decades, went public. And the valuation that the private market had quietly been pricing at $350 billion was confirmed by the public market at something considerably larger. The counter has been moving ever since. Here's the math that most coverage isn't explaining clearly. SpaceX, for the past decade, has quietly become something that has no real precedent in the history of American industry. It holds approximately 90% of global commercial launch capacity. The Starlink satellite internet constellation has over 5 million paying subscribers and growing. The company just announced a space-based AI computing platform, orbital data centers powered by solar arrays, with a projected scaling timeline that, if achieved, would represent the largest infrastructure build-out in human history. When the company went public, the market assigned it a value. That value, combined with Musk's existing stakes in Tesla, xAI, X, and Neuralink, pushed a number that was already the largest in human history past the threshold. $1 trillion. To put that in context, the GDP of the Netherlands in 2025, a developed, thriving European economy of 18 million people, was approximately $1.1 trillion. One person now holds wealth equivalent to the entire economic output of the Netherlands. But here's the part that makes the number even stranger than it sounds. He can't spend it. Pause for a moment on something small. The last time Elon Musk stood in line for a coffee, not a coffee that was brought to him, not a cafe that was secured in advance, not an order that was placed by an assistant, was approximately 15 years ago. He doesn't avoid lines because he's arrogant. He avoids them because the security risk of an unannounced public appearance is too significant to justify. $1 trillion buys everything, except standing in line for coffee like a regular person. We'll come back to what else it doesn't buy. Back in the room where the counter is still ticking. You have 63 full-time security personnel, not guards, a layered, structured protection apparatus that includes advanced teams, digital security, physical perimeter management, and a rotating schedule of people whose entire job is knowing where you are at every moment. You have homes, multiple, that you haven't visited in months, not because you don't want to, because the schedule doesn't allow it. You have a family, children, some of them you see regularly. Some of them, the relationship has become complicated in ways that money made worse, not better. Because money at this scale doesn't simplify relationships, it pressurizes them. Every person in your life, every single one, has their financial fate somehow connected to yours. The assistant who manages your calendar has a net worth that has changed because of proximity to you. The engineer who worked at SpaceX for 8 years holds stock that is now worth more than he ever imagined. And the people who don't have that connection, the old friends from before, the ones who knew you when the number was 0, most of them are gone. Not because they left angrily. Because the distance that money creates is quiet and gradual, and one day you realize you haven't spoken in 2 years, and the reason is that there's no version of the conversation that doesn't feel strange. The counter ticks. 999,999,999,999. You look at it, and then you look away. Because the thing nobody prepared you for is that the moment before a historic threshold feels exactly the same as any other moment. Your coffee is cold. It happens on a Tuesday morning. Not at a press event, not at a launch, not in front of cameras. In a room with screens, with a cup of coffee that went cold an hour ago. The counter crosses. $1 trillion. For approximately 4 seconds, no one in the room says anything. Then your head of communications says, quietly, almost to herself, "There's no comms framework for this." She means there is no prepared statement, no precedent, no established way that human civilization has decided to communicate the arrival of the first trillionaire. Because it has never happened before. You pick up the cold coffee. You drink it anyway. Outside, the coverage is already running. Here's what $1 trillion actually means in the context of the world it exists in. Approximately 700 million people on Earth currently live on less than $2.15 per day. The World Bank's extreme poverty threshold. To lift every one of those 700 million people out of extreme poverty for 1 year would cost approximately $550 billion. Elon Musk's wealth, as of this moment, is almost exactly double that number. This is not an argument about what he should or shouldn't do with it. The logistics of wealth transfer at this scale are genuinely complex in ways that most coverage doesn't acknowledge. It's an observation about proportion. About the relationship between the largest number any individual has ever held and the problems that exist in the world that number lives alongside. The first trillionaire has arrived, and the world is still working out whether that's an achievement, a warning, a reflection of something broken, or all three simultaneously. The counter keeps ticking. Here's what you won't find in the financial coverage today. The number crossed. The room was quiet for 4 seconds. The coffee was cold. And the counter kept moving because $1 trillion is not a destination. It is a rate of accumulation. The number doesn't stop because a milestone is passed. It stops when the assets stop growing, or when the assets are transferred, or when the person holding them is gone. The first trillion is behind us now. The second has already started. What that number will reach, and what it will mean for the people who hold vastly smaller numbers, for for the systems that govern how numbers accumulate, for the meaning of wealth itself in a world where one person holds more than the GDP of most countries, is the question that will define the next chapter of the financial story we are all living inside. The first trillionaire is here. The rest is still being written. If this video gave you a different way to think about what happened today, subscribe. Every week, Jeff Finance puts you inside the financial stories that everyone is talking about and shows you the parts that the news coverage misses. Leave a comment. What does $1 trillion actually mean to you? I want to read your answer. And if you want to go deeper on the SpaceX IPO itself, what it means for regular investors, whether you can actually buy in, and what the next 90 days look like, that video is next. Link in the description.